Welcome to our daily reflection for this Saturday, October 19th. And today is also the memorial of Saints John Brebeuf and Isaac Jogues and companions, those great Jesuit martyrs who came to North America and witnessed the faith. And of course, the gospel today, Jesus says, if you deny the Son of Man before others, he will deny that he knows you. And of course, these are men who didn't deny, but professed and gave witness. And their witness is heroic, and they will be rewarded with glory forever in the kingdom of heaven. Well, today in the first reading, Paul, as he gives his prayer, mentions to the Ephesians that he's heard of their faith in the Lord Jesus and their love for the holy ones. But notice you miss one out of the key three theological virtues here, these three distinctively Christian virtues that Paul believes that every Christian needs to emulate. And that is, you have faith, you have love, that's all really good, but he doesn't give thanks for their hope. And later in the prayer, we're going to see that he's praying for them to grow in hope. And so let's look at that, where he says, may the eyes of your hearts be enlightened. After he talks about, may they have the spirit of wisdom and through revelation come to deeper knowledge in Jesus, and that the eyes of their hearts might be enlightened. A different kind of vision, not a vision of what we can see in this world, but a vision for the supernatural. That's what Paul's praying that they may have. And why does he pray that the eyes of their hearts be enlightened? That they may, what? Hope. That they may know what is the hope that belongs to God's call for them. And so here he's praying that they have hope. I think sometimes as Christians, we're really familiar with the need to grow in faith. And so to grow in faith, we have to exercise our faith. We have to study the faith. We have to exercise faith by doing things like tithing and sacrificial giving and alms and going to church. That's exercising our faith, doing things because we believe that God exists and he deserves our love. We also know that we have to love to be Christians. We have to love others. We have to care for the poor. We have to be faithful in our marriages. We have to love our neighbor as ourselves. We have to forgive. And so we know we have to work at faith. We know we have to do the work of loving. But sometimes I think we just don't think about the need to work to have hope. We don't think we have to build up hope. We know we have to do all these things to love and to have faith, but do we realize that we have to exercise effort in order to grow and have hope? And that's exactly what Paul's saying here. That you may know what is the hope that belongs to his call, what are the riches of glory in this inheritance that belongs to his holy ones, for us who believe, and that we may know the greatness of his power for us who believe, right? And so we have to grow in hope. And I think it's easy for us to realize we have to persevere in faith and in love, but do we realize that in the call that God gives us, that we're called to grow in and persevere in hope? Too often Christians can have faith and even exhibit love, but we don't have hope. We become kind of pessimists. And that could be manifest in so many ways. We could be pessimistic about the world. We could be pessimistic about others. The world's bad. The world's going to hell in a handbasket. But we don't exercise hope that people can change by the grace of God. And so we don't pray for that change. We don't work for that change in others and even in ourselves. And so today, let's think about this virtue of hope and realize that, God can change any hearts. And so hope requires that we have our hearts have a different, deeper vision, and that we may know what the riches of glory are in the inheritance that's ahead of us. And if we think about these heavenly treasures that are before us, it'll build up our hope here on earth. And so here's the paradox that Paul points out to us. The more we're focused on this earth, the less hope we're going to have. But the more we focus on the heavenly glory and inheritance, the more hope we'll have here on earth. So let's think about that paradox and ask God to give us the grace to strengthen our hope in him. May the Lord bless and keep you.
This daily reflection is brought to you thanks to the generous support of the Mission Circle. Join the Mission Circle to help Catholics worldwide understand, live, and share their faith. Sign up at missioncircle.org today.